Alright, everybody, we're live. We're going to be reacting to the Sam Shamoon versus Sheikh Uthman debate. Now, you guys probably saw the stream that I did with Sam Shamoon when I went on his show. So many people are trying to be like, yo, Tyson, you have to go back on there. But I'm not going to lie, he lied to me a fair bit about a fair bit of things, which I'm not really a fan of stuff like that when people don't say the full truth. But I would be down to bring, like, maybe a Muslim on to go talk with him. But one-on-one, I'm just going to end up looking stupid because I don't know fully what I'm on about. And at the same time, a lot of things that Sam say are kind of like misleading. So, I don't know. But I want to watch this video. Sheikh Uthman, I've never like really known what I think about Sheikh Uthman, to be honest. You guys know this. I've always said this, that I'm not like necessarily like the biggest fan of him or whatnot. But yeah, it is what it is. We're going to watch this video of Sheikh Uthman versus Sam Shamoon. What was that noise? God bless everybody. How's it going? W Puree Hacker, how's it going? Let's go. Appreciate you guys.
How you doing? Good. Oh.
You got your footage, we're gonna have our footage.
Whose footage?
Huh?
Whose footage?
David's recording, you're recording, right? You got
Who's
recorded?
Who's David?
David Wood?
Let me be the first to apologize for their tardiness.
Oh, it's all right. We're here all day.
We're here all week.
Feel free. It's all free.
That's right. Oh, Bilal Phillips.
You know Bilal Phillips?
I like his voice.
You like? Yeah, it's got that deep voice.
Yeah.
How you
Guys,
doing?
how's the audio? Is this all good? You guys could like hear all good and everything. Let me know. W in the chat if you guys can hear good.
Good, good. Are we fisting or?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we good.
Okay,
Cool.
okay.
Uh-huh.
How you doing?
Good to meet you.
COVID, I know, it's got to be 6 feet.
Yeah, 6 feet. Yeah. So you guys Christians, I'm assuming?
You know who we are.
I don't know who you are. Why would you assume I know who you are? Are you famous?
Well, we showed up yesterday, and you guys here said that Sam said he was going to come by, and they're like, "Why you didn't come by earlier?"
You're Sam?
No, this is Sam. Come on, man. You know Sam.
I don't know Sam. Oh, wait. Look, I don't know if you guys. No, my name is Osman.
Osama Abdullah?
No, I don't know who that is.
He's
My
joking.
name-
He's joking. We know who you are.
Oh, you know who I am.
Yeah, we saw a video.
Oh, you're just being funny.
Yeah, he's
I like that,
not
Hasum.
he's not very good at it.
So you're Hasumu then?
He's not very good at it.
No, I'm not a sumo wrestler.
You're not Hasumu?
What?
No. That's,
What's your name?
my name is Osama Shamoon.
Hasamu?
Yes, sir, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to get to know who you are, bro. Why you all?
They rock up as if they're like celebrities or something. I swear like a lot of these like Christian influencers and also like kind of Muslims too. I feel like a lot of it's like a clip farm. Like I feel like Sam Shamoon wants to have me on his stream again because looking at the view count, when I look at like when I went on Sam Shamoon's stream, it got like 200,000 views and like everything else nowhere close. Like I feel like it is kind of like a business at a certain point for these people. It's like, yo, let's get that one kid on again so he could get like 20,000 views again. And then they put in the title, Sneeko fan gets shocked about Islam. Sam Shamoon's shocked Sneeko fan. It's like, bro, come on now.
Hey, dude,
Whoa.
Go ahead.
Calm down, yeah.
What? I just asked him.
I know, but you were acting like somebody was getting up with you.
What's up, Mark? How's it going?
No.
Good conversation.
Yeah, let's have it. So you are
David, I'm David.
David
Wood.
Wood.
Yeah.
Hammer Time.
What's that?
They call you Hammer Time, right?
Yeah, some people do.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's you.
You do know us. Yeah, we're good.
No, somebody told me about you, so that's good to finally meet you. Nice. You guys flew to San Diego?
Be a gangbanger down here in San Diego.
Oh man, you know
He
me.
was too. He
call
was
you?
too. He was too.
You were?
What did they call you down
I don't know if
here?
I should be telling you, man. You were a gangbanger?
They called him Hammer Time. What did they call you?
They called me Shooter.
Shooter. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. We're on even
Did you have
playing
a
field then.
nickname?
I was called Crook.
Crook?
Yeah.
Were you a crook?
He was
Not
a
here in San
he was a
Diego.
car thief.
Oh.
Not here in
What
San
gang were you from?
I lived up in Orange County, but also
What barrio?
ran around in Inglewood Mafia, those sorts of things.
Were you Blood, Crip, SA?
More of an essay type gang.
Nice. Cool.
But my background is Sicilian, just like. I know you're Pakistani, right?
Yeah, I'm Pashtun, yeah.
So we're both guys sort of out of our own water in a sense, but we
I feel you.
climb in different.
Yeah. That's cool. What's your name?
My name's Anthony.
Anthony. Nice to meet you. So are you guys Christian then, or Catholic?
Yeah,
Are you?
I've seen one of your videos. You might have seen more, but I saw one video. It popped up. It was because you mentioned Christian Prince,
Okay.
and it was where you said you challenged him to.
Guys, I was having like a huge conversation with my coworker the other night who's like an an atheist, and I ended up having to like stay overtime because I got like so distracted with this conversation. But he was going in about like how science is like king or whatever, and how he just can't get behind the idea of a god. And I'm like, bro, you should come on my channel to like debate somebody. Would you guys be interested in seeing that? Having my my atheist coworker who's like around my age come on and debate. Would you guys be interested in seeing that? I feel like that'd actually be very interesting. Get the atheist coworker in the flesh. What would you guys think about that? Is this a good place for chat? I'm happy it's actually working. But yeah, and also guys, I'm not gonna lie, the whole thing with atheism is so depressing. Like I was sitting there listening to this guy and like giving my counter arguments. Even just the idea, even just thinking about atheism was just depressing. Like even just entertaining the idea that there's no God was just so sad and so depressing. So I don't know. Bring Ramy? Yo, that's a really good idea. Yeah, and also we're having a debate about flat Earth too, because he's a round earther, and you guys know how I feel about that.
Do a debate. You said you debate anyone, so
anyone.
So we decided. We know Christian Prince is not going to come down. Like,
Okay.
He's not comfortable revealing his identity.
Why?
But,
I mean, you're here. Nobody's.
If we knew,
That's a good question for Christian Prince, right? That I mean, you guys are here. Anybody harming you? Anybody attacking you?
I don't think that's the. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't speak.
Is he like on a sex registry somewhere? Like, is there a problem with showing his face? I show my face. I don't have a
I
problem.
know a lot of
You're here,
that show their face, but
right? So why would he be ashamed of showing his face?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the reason though.
What do you think the reason is? Scared, maybe?
Maybe he's a professional business. I actually know some Muslims that are like this. A lot
Really?
of Muslims, they just don't want to.
Muslim debaters or YouTube guys? I think they all show their face, right? I don't know.
I know quite a handful of people that just like to. This isn't. They're not interested in becoming public figures per se, but they do like to engage the discussion.
All right.
I'm sure in their own.
Good to see you back.
I'm sure in their own context they're known. You know, how could you not? You know, if you engage people, then you're going to be known, at least in your context. But they don't.
Right, but I think
National attention.
I think every Muslim YouTube da'i shows their face. I don't know if any that don't, right? So I'm just wondering
Back
why.
in the day, for example, Yahya Snow.
I never heard of that name before in my life.
But I used to. I mean, I've been engaging people for at least 20 years.
Wow, man, you got experience.
Well, that's not my point. My point is just I know Muslims.
I don't
who are
know.
not-
Kind of something about Sheikh Uthman just kind of feels like condescending though. Like I don't know if he's the best representation for Islam. I mean, maybe he knows his stuff, but I just feel like a kind of like arrogant, almost like rude vibe from Sheikh Uthman. I don't know. I just something about him is just bad energy in my opinion. Cleather. Oh, yo, I actually gonna want to watch that. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that right now. Actually, clever atheist challenges Muslim. Yes. Challenges. I actually want to watch that just because that's like, ew, I want to watch more like religious versus like atheist debates. That's like more interesting for me right now, to be honest. I have to change the title of the stream. Part 1. Okay, 19 minutes from Muslim Lantern. Okay, I bet. Let's get this going.
So, let me ask you a very basic kind of abstract question. Do you believe something can come from nothing? Is it possible for something to come from nothingness? No energy, no matter, no space, nothing.
That's such a hard question, I feel like.
Why? So, nothing is the absence of something. Let me put it to you in a mathematical form. 0 plus 0 plus 0 will give you what? 0 plus 0 plus 0? 0. Can 0 ever give you 1 if you keep multiplying zeros? So if there was nothingness, can it ever amount to something?
No.
Right. So can something come from nothing?
Yes.
How? You mean no?
I mean, no, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's okay.
I mean, no.
Yeah, so we say that you cannot have something coming from nothing. So where did the universe come from? Because we know the universe cannot come from nothing. It has to come from something. Do you agree?
So obviously, before the Big Bang, what was that?
People cannot explain. Yeah, there has to be something before the Big Bang.
There's something that it's like a theory, and it's obviously, it's essentially impossible to prove, but some people are saying that the universe is on like an endless loop. So how the Big Bang happened,
I know what you're saying.
it's
Yeah.
going to keep
The Big Bang is the stupidest theory in like ever like said ever. So guys, picture this, right? Nothing exploded with nothing miraculously No God, just nothing just came and exploded nothing. And then we all just spawned. That's the stupidest, that's just gotta be the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
expanding and expanding, but then it'll go back into another Big Bang, and that.
I know that.
I believe it.
This is the weakest kind of view today in the scientific field, right? And it is weak because it goes against the history that we look at. Like we see the universe expanding, we see the evidences for the expansion of the Big Bang. We see different things that tell us that this is not true. You get the point? There is a starting point, but even if we were to accept this idea, we still have to explain why is the universe in existence? Where did it come from?
Exactly. Yeah.
Even if
that is
true,
100% true.
yes.
How
is the energy and matter and the stuff there? There still needs an explanation. Do you get the point? So what we say, that there has to come from somewhere. Now let me ask you this question. This table, do you believe someone made this table?
Yeah.
Right? Have you seen the maker?
I have not.
So why do you believe someone made this table?
Because I know someone.
By the way, this is custom made. No one has a similar table to this one. Yeah. So why do you believe someone made this table? Don't tell me I saw a table like it, because there's no table like it.
I think someone must have made each individual part somewhere.
So you're saying it's design?
Yes.
You're saying it requires intelligence, knowledge of language,
Yes.
power,
Material.
combining material together.
Yeah.
Without all of these things, can you make this table?
Without all of those things, no.
All right. So right now we
So I said he was stabbed by Christians multiple times? No chance. Are you serious?
know a lot about the maker of this table without seeing him using the table.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Now let's put that on the universe. What do you need to create a universe?
Partners.
Let me tell you, look, the universe is all atoms.
Yeah.
Each atom is composed of an amount of power we cannot even comprehend. When you split it, you have a nuclear explosion, right? So how much power do you need, even uncomprehendable, the energy and power that you need, right? So something has an amount of energy we cannot even, and power we cannot even comprehend,
literally
right?
cannot comprehend.
Yes. And intelligence and wisdom, having all of these orbits, gravitational fields, planets, galaxies, right? Something that is not bound by time and space the same way we are, right? Because the Creator created time and space with the Big Bang.
Yep.
So that means the same laws that apply to us do not apply to him.
Facts.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
In that case, it would be. If you were to believe that, then
Why would Christians try to stab Sheikh Uthman? Is there like video of that?
yes, I get what you're getting at.
So it is Creator, right? So in a sense, you believe in God, right?
Yeah,
That's it.
it's a
So
good way to say it.
yes, so we say we believe in a Creator. We don't need to see the Creator,
Yeah.
because we see the effects of the Creator. We see the design, and design will have to be the designer. You cannot bring the universe into existence without these attributes. And if you possess these attributes, then that's what we call God.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So you believe in God? Or you accept God?
I still-
How would they even call it believe? Because it's rational now, right? You still can't. You still can't. Tell me.
I guess in that way I do, but I wouldn't say I like believe in it. I don't know how to, because my friend, he has the same argument to me. He's Christian, and he basically said the exact same thing.
Okay.
And that's like closest friend. I just can't like. I need to like.
It depends. Look.
See it to believe it, but
Yeah, it depends what you mean by believe, right? That's why I said to you, look, if something makes sense to you, do you accept it?
I guess so. Yeah.
Right? So I would separate between
How
belief.
you explain that does all make sense. All the things you explain
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
So it's a rational argument, and you have assumptions. These assumptions make sense.
Yeah.
The conclusion must follow. Correct?
I guess so. Yeah.
So I would say you accept the existence of God. There's nothing about belief there. Just like you wouldn't say you believe there is a maker of this table. You know there has to be a maker of this table.
Yeah.
Because rationally you cannot create the table without it.
Yeah, 100%.
So you know there is a creator of the universe because the universe cannot exist without it.
You're right.
Make sense?
Yeah, you're right.
So, but don't use the word belief, because I'll tell you why.
That's the
A
thing.
lot of people think belief equals blind faith. This feeling, fuzzy feeling in the heart that will come. No, there's no such thing. So whether you accept something or you don't accept something, it's rational and makes sense.
Yeah.
I adopt the idea or I reject the idea.
binary.
Yes. It's either God exists or it doesn't exist, right? So if you accept the logic, then you accept the conclusion.
Okay, yeah. So I would say like 90-10, yes, no.
Okay. Okay, the 10. I want to talk about the 10. Where does the 10 come from?
Just because
Guys, one in the chat if atheism is just the most depressing worldview that you could possibly have. Like, one in the chat if you think about atheism and you just start, like, feeling sad just by thinking about it. Atheism's gotta be, like, the stupidest... Like, all science is... I was gonna make a tweet yesterday saying science is from Satan. Like, all science is just humans with big egos thinking that they actually know things, bro. It's literally just humans trying to make themselves feel like God. That's all science is. Science is literally humans thinking that they're smarter than God and thinking that they're able to rationalize everything and that they are, like, somehow above God. Atheism has to be, like, I don't know, like, you look at Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson's an absolute idiot, bro. That guy has, like, the biggest ego I've ever seen. He makes the name Tyson look bad. Neil deGrasse Tyson is an absolute buffoon, an absolute clown. And he thinks he knows everything. And then you see how he, like, talks down to other people, too. Dude, like, I got my science degree, bro. Like, these people are so stupid, bro. Like, one in the chat, atheism, just thinking about atheism makes you just, like, depressed.
But I like 100%, you know. So
I know you do.
tell me, okay, let me tell you something. Is anything absolute 100%?
No.
Then I got your problem now. This is the issue now.
I don't think
This is, did you, who do you listen to, or have you read any books? Who do you listen to online? Sam Harris, Richard Dawkins, this type of people?
Like, Jordan Peterson,
Jordan Peterson, yeah. Who else?
all those types of people.
Sure. So those type of people that you're talking about.
Atheism makes more sense than Christianity, by the way. No, it doesn't, bro. How does it? Believing that we just spawned here for no mission and no purpose, that doesn't make more sense than anything.
Are the ones who will give you this idea of doubt, right? Do you exist? You.
Yeah.
How do you know?
I think it, therefore I am it.
So you're using Descartes' cogito, which is I think, therefore I am. That's what you're using. But this has even been criticized. If you want to be skeptical, what does I mean in that statement? You have to have a concept of language.
My consciousness.
No, you have to have a concept of language. You have to have a concept of oneself, separate from others, in order for you to make that statement.
True.
So where do they come from?
Just me.
The real Kaz, yeah, no, you're so real there. I feel bad for people who dug themselves into that depressing worldview. Yeah. Because as much as you could convince yourself that there's a God and you could convince yourself that there's meaning of life, you could also equally convince yourself that there's no meaning and no purpose. That's literally exactly what they're doing, is digging themselves into a hole. Like, atheism is sad, bro. Atheism is sad.
Me observing.
But you cannot observe unless we still establish that you exist first. What is me?
I guess.
So you have to
like
accept
my
existence.
It's like, what is the thing that's behind my consciousness, essentially, right?
Yeah, not only that, you would accept that language exists, the separation, the identity, love identity, separation between objects. Like, I'm different than you are different than me, etc. So you have to accept all of these things to bring the cogito. What the cogito assumes is just consciousness. No. If you say I think, you assume that there is thinking, there's a concept of thinking, you assume there's a concept of I, and then you
It's already. No.
do you get the point?
I get it.
This is the criticism. Look, if you want to be skeptical, you will not be able even to accept your own existence. This life becomes absurd. That is meaningless.
I think everything's just mathematics. So, like, the universal language is math.
So are you using mathematics now?
Yes.
How?
The sound waves from my voice.
It's not
That's
mathematics.
stupid.
That is maths. It's maths.
Can you define mathematics?
define mathematics?
Yeah, can you get your phone
I
and go
think
to a
it's-
dictionary and
To
put
me,
mathematics?
my definition is the language of the universe.
Okay, so does any
I think language anywhere, maths anywhere in the universe, in any universe.
does any dictionary on earth define it in the same way you do?
I'm not sure.
The answer is no.
Okay.
So when you say mathematics, you use a word which is already defined in language. So that's why I'm disagreeing with you, right?
I hear
So
that.
you have a new word now that
Words have a lot of meaning. There's many
absolutely. So you cannot use the word mathematics that already has a
get what you
meaning.
mean.
Right.
So
So
then
it's not mathematics
it
anymore.
defeats the whole purpose. Yeah.
Yes, do you get the point?
Yes.
So what is it that you believe there?
I believe it.
So it's not mathematics, but what is it?
No. Magic.
Magic.
No, so look,
Universal.
let me ask you this, like be serious with me. Like,
No.
you say you believe in magic. Look, I'm asking
No,
you
I
this.
don't believe in magic.
No, but
Actually,
you just said that.
I do believe in magic.
Okay.
But if God created, I would say that God created everything. So magic,
We
supernatural.
don't call that magic. Again, you use word. By the way, I'm very particular with my words, right?
Yeah.
Because words convey meaning.
No.
Yeah, words convey meaning, and people will misunderstand what you say if you miscommunicate what you say, right? You have to be very particular with the terms that you use.
You're
So
right.
if you say magic, that does not apply to God. What we believe, this is the abilities of God. The attributes of God are in manifesting in creation. It's not magic. What we call magic is something from nothing, for example, right? It's like me bringing rabbit now from thin air or something like that. Or astrology for women or something. This is magic, right? Other than that, we don't believe in magic, right? So we believe, you say you accept the existence of a creator, right? If you put this 10%, 10% is useless as long as it makes sense logically. If it follows logically, consistent, I should accept the principle. Even Descartes himself lives his life based on that. If it makes logical sense, I will accept it. You understand?
Yeah.
So,
And I do computer science.
okay.
I'm a logical person. And
Good.
the way you explain it to me, I can't really argue it.
Yeah, so
I'm just
because look,
thinking-
I'm just telling you common sense, you know?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is very, very basic common sense. Because look,
Guys, yesterday I saw, like, for the first time ever, what atheism, like, really is, and I, like, looked into its core. Yesterday was the first time that with an open mind I considered atheism, just because, like, my coworker that I was telling you guys about at the start, my coworker kept me, like, past overtime, like, yapping about atheism. We're going back and forth in a debate. That was my first time ever openly thinking about it, and I still think it's the most, like, after hearing about it, and after hearing it described that way, I think it's the most depressing thing ever. But what if it's true? No, it's not. It can't be. But could you imagine? Just imagine if we die and it really is a black screen. I don't even like thinking about that. And then my coworker was like, yeah, well, there's been studies of people that died drowning but then got resuscitated, and when they're resuscitated they're asked what happened when they died, because when their heart stopped, and they just said, oh, like, I don't remember. It's like they just fell asleep and woke up. So my coworker was like, yeah, well, that's what it's like when you die. You just fall asleep and you just, like, your brain just not conscious. So yeah, that's sad. I don't think that's true though, because there's a lot of stories about people that died and said that they saw their body, like they're over top of their body, and they had like an out of body experience. That right there proves that there's a soul.
this is our point. We trust our experiences.
Yeah.
You don't live your life doubting that you don't exist, even with a 10%. No. You don't live your life doubting that she's not here, or he's not here, or I'm not here. You don't live your life like that. If you live your life like that, you'll go in front of the bus, you know, because maybe the bus doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right? But you're not going to live your life like that because you know the bus is there. You intuitively trust your experiences.
100%.
You know that you exist, so there has to be axioms to everything. I have to accept my existence. I have to accept the universe's existence.
I want to get Zerka on to like debate my coworker, because my coworker's my age. He's a round earther and he's an atheist. So I think we need some Zerka action to set him straight.
Right? And I have, based on that, then I make logical conclusions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's how Muslims operate. Because without that, life becomes absurd. Just as, like I was just trying to say to you, right?
Makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so there is a creator. Based on there is a creator, we say there is purpose as well. Because everything created is given purpose by the manufacturer and the maker.
Like destiny.
Yes.
That thing.
In a way, we believe that. We have a different understanding of it, but we believe it, right? So this bottle, for example, the one who gave it a purpose, the one who restricted it in a specific way was the maker. So what you create, you give purpose to. So if we're created by the creator by definition gives us purpose.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So we say as Muslims there are different prophets and messengers. These prophets and messengers came in the past. You heard about Jesus, Moses, Noah, Abraham, right? Yeah. They come to tell you your purpose in this life. And they bring you a revelation from the creator. And within that revelation, they tell you your purpose in life. Now the question is, how do I know whether someone is a messenger of God or not?
Ask them.
Ask them. Okay, if I said to you I'm a messenger of God, do you accept that?
Yeah.
Okay, but you have a very low bar now of acceptance,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because, okay, if everyone says I'm a messenger of God, how many religions would we have? How many gods would we have? How many? Right? There has to be something that substantiates the claim that you make. From a Muslim perspective, we say the following: in order for us to accept someone as a messenger of God, he has to demonstrate something that I cannot do. Because the Creator did. Because the Creator can break the laws that we...
What about learning? If you learn to do that thing, that doesn't apply.
That's what I'm saying. Something you cannot even learn to do.
Okay.
You cannot...
Something basically impossible to me.
Yes, something outside the natural laws of humans. Like, for example, Moses bringing a stick from the road and parting two seas, you know, I cannot do that, you cannot do that. You cannot learn how to do that. You get the point, yeah? So these are what we would call miraculous acts to demonstrate these people are messengers.
Guys, also, I'm going to be bringing my mom on stream. and not today, but in the future. And then I'm gonna also be doing more content with her because you guys absolutely love that. You guys love those videos.
Messengers, right? Similarly, Prophet Muhammad brought his own type of miracles to demonstrate that he is a messenger from the Creator. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know the future, me or you?
I think the future is the present.
What?
Okay.
I think the future.
Again, you know, you have to be particular with the terms.
Like they always have these like I was supposed to say it. They always have these really stupid things like the future is the present. And then the one guy, my coworker, was like, yeah, gravity itself bends quantum physics and quantum time. So gravity bends time. Like these atheists, they always have just like the craziest things to say. Kabat, thank you. Have you reacted to the video of the example of the mosquito? Watch if you can. Yeah, so on one of my other streams, somebody told me to watch that, so I did. But yeah, it even just breaks down. I appreciate the super chat, Kabat, thank you. But it even just shows like how complex even just a mosquito is, let alone an entire universe. Like if there's so many little details that go into making a mosquito, atheists just believe that that mosquito just randomly spawned. So atheists just think that that mosquito just spawned on the earth, just like everybody just spawned here. A big bang, some miraculous big bang happened, and everybody just spawned like something so finite like an ant that's able to take things and pick things up and be a worker ant. Something like a bee that makes honey, like something down to the finest, finite detail. And atheists just sit there, there's no God, bro. I don't think there's a God, dude, because of science, bro. It's the most, like, ugh! I can't believe it, man. Can't believe there's actually people that'll sit here and look at you with a straight face and tell you there's no God. I don't know if it's the Muslim God. I don't know if it's the Christian God. I don't know if it's any of that stuff. But I don't know if it's a prime creator. I don't know if numerology is the language of God. I don't know jack squat. All I know is there's something out there because I felt it. I said this to my coworker. I'm like, I have felt it, bro. I have felt a higher power. Whether that be like guiding me on this path of doing what I'm literally doing right now. I felt it, and there's no chance that's just chemicals in my brain. Is the love that you feel for your own mother, if you're an atheist, okay, answer me this. Is the love that you feel for your own mother just chemicals inside of your head? Is that just dopamine molecules? Or is that a deeper spiritual connection? If you're going to sit here and say that the love that you have, the feelings that you have for your own mom are just chemicals in your brain, are you that stupid? Are you that slow? There's actually atheists that'll sit here and just say, yeah, bro, it's just chemicals. Dude, it's called dopamine, bro. Oh my god. You just can't get it through these people's heads, bro. They're just be like, oh, bro, watch a video of Neil deGrasse Tyson. He explains it really, really good. You can't get it through these people's heads, bro. Sorry, that was an absolute rant, but I mean, it's so true.
Now think about what you just said. Definition of present and definition of future. Think about the two definitions.
In English terms.
Yes, that doesn't make any sense.
But
Exactly.
how I think about it makes sense.
You're just saying there's a married bachelor. There's a squared circle. That's in essence what you just said.
Essentially.
Yeah, but contradictions don't exist in reality.
Fair enough.
Which would mean it's impossible for you to say the future is
Yes,
the past.
it's
You
not-
can say, let me put it to you, and maybe what you're trying to say in a better term.
Yeah.
The past influences the future.
Yes.
That's a way to put
That's why
it.
people get anxious.
Do you agree with that? So that's what you're trying to say in a way, right?
Yeah.
So the past will influence the future. That's why we have the saying that history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Because if you go through doing specific thing in a specific way, there will always be the same outcome, right? Okay. What we say, the future to come, 1,000 years later or 2,000 years later, can you and me know the details of what humans will be doing? No. So if I brought to you the Prophet Muhammad 1,400 years ago, no telescopes, no microscopes, no cars, no technology. If he said to you what will happen today, would you accept that he's a messenger from that creator that we talked about?
So if you brought him from then?
No. If I brought the claims that he made, that are carbon dated written, like in the Quran and the prophetic tradition, we know he said them over 1,000 years ago, and they're happening today. Would that be evidence that he's a messenger of God? Because he said it's not my knowledge, it's God's knowledge.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Because as we said in the beginning, God is not bound in the same laws that we are, so he can know the future.
Yeah.
Right? So Allah can tell Prophet Muhammad the future. So if we see the future happening, that's evidence that Prophet Muhammad is a messenger. Make sense?
Yeah.
Right. I'll give give you a few examples of what Prophet Muhammad said. Prophet Muhammad said you will see the barefoot Bedouin Arabs. You know the Bedouin Arabs? Bedouin Arabs are Arabs who live in the desert. They don't have buildings and civilizations and cities, right? He said you will see the Bedouin Arabs competing in building the tallest buildings. Where's the tallest building today in the world? Burj Khalifa. He said that 1,400 years ago. You know, 60 years ago, Dubai was a desert.
Yeah.
What happened? Why did it change?
Oil.
Oil. Excellent. Do you know he said 1,400 years ago, the earth will puke its treasures and money will become abundant within you. Now, oil was not of value until today. So today we're using it in all of these technologies.
Yeah.
Yes. So would he have known that? Not only that what they will do, but how they will be able to do what they do.
It's a bit mad, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
a bit mad.
Prophet Muhammad said, I'll give you fuel now. Prophet Muhammad said the woman will be taken, her belly will be cut open, and the baby will be discarded out of fear of having pregnancy. What do we call that today?
C-section.
Now, how would he know that 1,400 years ago? And he said, out of fear of having pregnancy. You know, in the past, if you cut a woman, she's dead. That's it.
Yeah.
There was no the technology that we have today to actually.
Incomprehensible at the time.
Yeah, things you can't even think about. Prophet Muhammad said the deserts of Arabia will become green again. Now let me show you something. I'll show you something interesting, yeah? From a Muslim website called NASA, yeah? Show you something interesting now, give me 1 second. So, when Prophet Muhammad said that the deserts of Arabia will become green again, what does again mean?
Yeah, so it'll come back. So it's already happened.
So in the past, he's making two claims. He's making a claim about history, that the deserts of Arabia used to be green.
Yeah.
And then he's making a claim in the future that the deserts of Arabia will turn green again, meadows and rivers like they used to do.
Yeah.
Okay, now look. Let me show you first. You know Nature magazine, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very.
Another Muslim website, yeah? Okay. So, of course, Nature Middle East, yeah?
Okay.
So, unrevealing Arabia's green past. So, they show you fossils, they show you traces from 10,000 Asian lakes using satellites. They show you fossils of animals like elephants that only live if there is an abundance amount of water.
Okay.
So, they say thousands of years before,
Yeah.
there was water in these deserts of Arabia. Now, we know that because of technology, like satellites and all of this fossil information. But how Prophet Muhammad know the history? Now he's talking about the future, not only the future, but the past as well, right? NASA, look, this is the deserts of Arabia. Look. 1987, 1991, 2000, 2012. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Magnificent difference, right? Where did all this greenery came from? Technology. We're able to access the water deep within the earth. Huh.
Well, I've got a.
Go
I
ahead.
think it's just the natural cycle of Earth. If we were not doing any of this technological advancement, maybe that would be happening in 200 years from now. Because
As everybody watching right now, please smash the like button. So we got almost 90 people and 37 likes. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please do hit that. And let me know if you guys enjoyed my rant about atheism too.
slower. Because the last
If we're not using technology, this will happen. Excellent. Let me ask you this question: how do you know all of that?
just from previous
From our technology as humans and our advancements of knowing how the earth works.
past.
Thank you. But did Prophet Muhammad know that 1,400 years ago? You see, I want you to put yourself there, 1,400 years before. Things were not as today we understand a lot of things about the world, right? So what you're saying is only proving the point. You get the point?
Do get you.
Yeah, that he knew these things that we're just learning today, or we learned today, right? The question is, could he? And by the way, I can give you over 20 predictions right now.
Yeah.
The question is, and that's one example, could he have known that if he was not a messenger of God? Okay, I'll give you more. I'm not only, even though you agreed already, but I'll give you more. The Quran talks about the natural phenomena, the earth, how things happen in the world that we're learning about today. For example, the Quran talks about the universe expanding.
Yeah.
And we learned that in the 1900s.
You know what somebody that I know said, and I'm not going to reveal who it is, because I don't know if they want to be revealed, but somebody close to me said to me that God and religion is like Santa Claus for adults. Somebody said that to me and it really made me angry. Somebody said God and religion is like Santa Claus for adults. And I'm not going to reveal who said that to me. I don't think they want me to say that. But when they said that to me, guys, I just flipped a gear on them.
Hubble telescope.
Yeah, the red
magnificent.
shift, blue shift.
Yes, all of that. Exactly. So you know about the redshift. That's excellent, right? The length of the galaxy, the fabric of space is stretching. So these are observable things.
Yeah.
But that's in the Quran 1,400 years ago. The Quran said we build.
Bring him to debate us. Guys, I'm going to bring my coworker to debate. Yo, Daryl Kez, I appreciate the super chat, brother. God bless you. Says, read Isaiah 53 in the book of Isaiah, written 700 years before the New Testament by Jews. Specific prophecies about Jesus by Jews. Yo, I'll pull up the verse right now, brother. I'll pull it up right now. I appreciate the generosity. Isaiah 53. Daryl Kez, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. What does Isaiah 53 here say? Who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? Okay, who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He grew up, let's see. He grew up before him like a tender shoot, and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain. Like one from whom people hide their faces, he was despised, and we held him in low esteem. Is that it? Yeah. Surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God. Is this talking about Jesus? He took up our pain and our suffering, but yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. So this is talking about Jesus. So the people considered Jesus to be punished by God, afflicted. Wait, Daryl, let me know if this is talking about Jesus' verse. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. We are like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us has turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. Here, debunk, or not debunk, sorry. Describe that verse, like, what it means a little bit more. Combat, I appreciate the 5. Says, Tyson, watch the Army of Satan, part 1 of part 35 from the Rational Believer. Explains the devil and is extremely interesting. I appreciate the generosity, brother. I don't know if I'll get into this stream. I'm feeling, like, pretty tired right now. I'm feeling super tired. I might just watch this video and then maybe one more Muslim Lantern. Here, I'll take a screenshot of your donation, so maybe next time. Or, I don't know, it depends. I feel like I just kind of got to take a nap or something, but I don't know. I appreciate the generosity.
This heavens with power, and we're expanding it. 1,400 years ago. The Quran talks about biology. It says that every living thing is made from water. Chapter 21, verse 30. It says that we've made every living thing from water. Today we know cells. Everything that has cells has water. Isn't it?
I thought that was carbon.
No, water. You know, water.
Okay, sure.
Every cell has 60 to 70% water, right?
For humans, yeah.
No, every living thing. So these plants have water. Animals have water. Every living thing. A cell.
Every living thing, yes.
Yeah, every living thing has a cell, and every cell contains water, right? So the point is this: the Quran is talking about that. The Quran talking about mountains, and how mountains have deep.
Guys, I also have a thing where like people could talk directly to me because I get so many comments. Like just my last video alone, I think is like 500 something comments. So there's no way I could read all those. I do have a Patreon, which I already have somebody in there who's like talking to me about it. I have somebody in my Patreon who's kind of like, he said he was like an ex-Muslim, and he's telling me about like why he left the faith and stuff. But I mean, I can't respond to all these comments, so I do have a Patreon where if you want to send me direct messages, you could join via that. Because I mean, like, bro, the last video is like 500 comments. I mean, praise God for it doing like that well and for piquing so many people's interest. But there's just no way I could get through them all.
It's within the earth. How they stabilize the earth. You know, there's a process called isostasy, where the The mountain pushes the crust of the earth. It helps stabilizes the earth. There is less collisions taking place. Exactly. You know a lot of these things, right? You have a lot of scientific knowledge, right?
I'll give you one.
So you can talk to my friend Khalid. Khalid.
I'll give you one. How does the Egyptian sun go?
Can you talk to my friend over there?
No, Ra goes to sleep and it disappears.
Sure.
It ain't real.
Sure. Thank you.
That guy's
Khalid,
crashing out.
Okay, he's gone. Finally. Some people are like gone. Okay. Coming back to what we're saying. So all of these, by the way, there are other evidences. Now, you agree with me that he has to be a messenger of God. This is how we view ourselves as Muslims, right?
In the way we've been talking about and all the reasoning you've given me, I agree.
Yes, and everything I told you I can give you references for, right?
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, so what we're saying as Muslims is the following, right? Islam is a rational religion. We follow things based on evidence. Evidence is there, it makes sense, it's rational. We follow it, that's why we're Muslims. There's no blind faith, there is no just believe it because people believe it. You get the point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna watch part 2, I think, too. Look how Zerka just pops up so much. Wait, why am I doing that for? I could just change the scene. I've forgotten how my software works, guys. Okay, guys, do you want to watch part 2 and then call it a stream? Because there is a part 2 I saw to this. Clever Atheist Challenges Muslim Part 2 by Muslim.
Have you read the Quran before?
I've never read it.
So, do you have any questions for me? Because
okay. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hey, Fry TV, how's it going? Okay. All right. I don't know why I'm so tired right now.
I've been giving you a few things and asking you a few questions.
So it's just all in English.
Everything's in
Will there
English.
be like Arabic with English?
No. Just English. Just English. Yeah.
Cool. And this is just like kind of more broad. Why do like some of my friends, a lot of my friends are Muslim.
Okay.
How come they can read the Quran but they don't know what it says, or the other way, or like? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're saying. It's a cultural thing. Certain cultures, they don't understand that understanding the meaning of the Quran is better than reading, is more important, more necessary, a priority, rather than just reading something you don't understand. The Quran says that Allah revealed it so we can ponder on it. How can I ponder on something I cannot understand?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
So Muslims need to understand this idea that the Quran is there for us to expound and get knowledge and get benefits from it. So we need to understand it, right? So that's why a lot of them might have problems in the future.
So then, in the Quran, do you believe everything in it?
Absolutely. Look, if it comes from God, God is perfect, then the result has to be perfect. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Right. So how can I question something that I know is coming from an absolute entity? Yeah.
Fair enough. It's just hard for me to like. For example, I'll think of like the Bible, and I feel like it won't. Obviously, they're all Abrahamic faiths, so there's some kind of.
Depends on what you mean by it. We don't accept that it's an Abrahamic faith. Like I give you Abraham existed before the Bible was there, before Moses was there, before Jesus was there. What religion was Abraham?
Was it?
That's what we say. You know what Muslim means? Muslim means to submit your will to God. Did Abraham submit his will?
Shout out to Fry TV, bro. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, brother. God bless.
To God when he told him to slaughter his son?
I guess.
He submitted, he went to take his son. I don't know if you know the story or not. But Abraham took his son to follow the commands of the Creator. And then the Creator told him not to do it. He was testing him, right? So he submitted his will. His most precious son, he got when he was old, over 90 years old, I think. He got one son. After a long time, then God tested him, said, slaughter your own son. Then God was testing him. So Abraham, when he went, God did not allow him to do it, and he sent him a lamb from heaven that he slaughtered in the place, right? Point is, Abraham submitted to God's command. This is where the idea of the lamb and sacrifice come from, right? So God, whoever submits himself to Allah, the true creator, is called a Muslim. So Abraham, he is the one who brought this idea of circumcision. A lot of the laws are coming from Abraham, right? So we say there was no Christianity, there's no Judaism. So Islam was always there from the beginning. Yeah. So we don't call them Abrahamic faith because Abraham did not believe in the Trinity. Abraham was not a Jewish who followed Judah, who came later on, right? So we say the religion of Abraham was Islam. That's the religion we're following. But you were talking about there's a huge difference between Islam and Christianity and Judaism.
Oh, yeah.
The Bible is changed, it's not preserved. The oldest manuscript is 400 years later. You understand? It has a lot of contradictions. I can give you many.
How do we know the Quran is how it was back then?
Excellent. We have first.
History.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
We have two methods. First method is the oral tradition. So from the time of the Prophet ﷺ, we memorize the whole Quran from A to Z, from memory. So we recite it. Now this happens all over the Muslim population, right? And then every Ramadan we recite the whole Quran in the mosque, 30 parts. So if someone makes some mistakes, people correct him because people memorize the whole book. If you throw every literature in the sea, we'll bring it back in 1 hour because we memorize it. Today there are millions of memorizers of the Quran.
That's pretty mad.
Millions. Yeah. And each of them have certificate that traces back to the Prophet with names of the people in the certificate, the biographies of these people knowing about them. You can't play games with it, right? Second thing is we have carbon dated manuscripts from the 1st century. On top of that, even though it's enough, the oral tradition is enough, but we have a carbon dated manuscript, the Sana'a manuscript, top copy manuscript. Birmingham manuscript here is from the life of the Prophet. You can go see it in Birmingham, you don't have to travel far, you know? Because Sana'a is in Yemen and the top copy is in Turkey. But you have the Birmingham here. It's the oldest, one of the oldest, I think, manuscripts. It goes to the time of the Prophet. It has the same Quran that we have today. Same fragment has the same Quran that we're reading today, which is absolute evidence is from God, right? So no other religion on earth have put the amount of effort to preserve their scripture.
Yeah.
That's why we know for sure.
That makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah?
Pretty sick.
Trust me, look, everything with Islam, you will have a rational answer for it. There is this strong foundation, right? We don't just believe for the sake of believing. So I can stand here and have a discussion with anyone. Yeah, and have a discussion with anyone, answer any question related to Islam, because Islam is able to defend itself. Right?
Back your point.
That's why Islam is the biggest growing religion today in the world. And by the way, 70% of people accept Islam are women.
There's also there's different reasons for that as well, but yes.
No, I'm not talking about the birth rate. I'm talking about conversion rate. According to Pew, I'm talking about conversion rate. Pew Research Institute in America. Look, I'm very particular.
Yeah, Islam is like the fastest growing religion right now, isn't it?
About words,
So it's because I was talking to my friend about this.
Yes.
And he was like, nah, it's the fastest.
I know.
They have so many kids.
This is the claim. That's what they try to do, that to discredit the idea that Islam is a strong ideology. Yeah. That's why Pew Research have you can research it. Pew Research Institute.
I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah. I can even show it to you on my phone if you like.
I think we need to go.
Yeah, I'll let you go. Now, as I said, I invite you to Islam. If you have any questions for me, please come back, you know. I'm here, come the same day. Come
same day, same time.
Yeah, same day, same time. You'll find me, you know, we can have any discussion, yeah?
Muslim Lantern's a G. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the stream. Short stream. I don't know why my energy levels are so low. I gotta fix that. Alright, is what it is. I appreciate you guys. Guys, I want to say, to those who don't know, Tristan Tate told me that once I reach 100,000 followers on Rumble, he will come on my podcast. I mean, I'm sure he'd probably come on my stream on YouTube if I had 100k on YouTube as well, but I'm not sure. But guys, please do go follow me over on Rumble. I'm just gonna plug it right now, and if anything ever were to happen to this YouTube channel, you'd be able to find me over on Rumble. So it's kind of like my backup platform. So I suggest that you guys go follow me over on Rumble. But yeah, God bless you guys. I do appreciate you guys all. Get brothers, because Muslim Lantern uses a lot of logic and that use brain energy, bro. Literally, bro. Like, he's Muslim ChatGPT, but at the same time, he just says some stuff so fast. And guys, if you want to speak to me one-on-one, you could join my Patreon. I think you do have to be a paid member on there. You have to join one of the paid tiers to be able to, like, direct DM. But if you want to, like, say something with me back and forth, I try my best to respond to all those. Fry, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. But, there's a Patreon link in the chat right there if that's something that interests you. Still got this cough. I'm being sick like a while ago. It's a bummer. But yeah, guys, go follow me on Rumble. That is my kind of backup place. If anything were to ever happen to me on YouTube, you guys would be able to find me over there. Also Twitter and stuff too. Because those places are the last remaining places that have freedom of speech, unfortunately. It's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Freedom of speech is dying. But yeah, God bless you guys. Subscribe, like, share, follow me on Rumble, all that good stuff. Take care. I appreciate you guys for watching, and God bless you. Have a great